This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everybody. They say that time is our most valuable commodity. It's not money, it's time. Once time is gone, you can't make more. It already passed. Money, you can make some more. We're going to talk about those moments in your life, moments that matter. There's many of them, and I think we don't even realize what moments should matter and those that maybe should not. She is a strategic development life coach. Every time we get together, I have insight. I have clarity on a lot of stuff, and I'm sure many of us do as well. Cindy Valente is back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. Interested to dig into this topic. I'm wondering where this is going to go in terms of moments that matter. How do you even define that? What moments should matter? What moments matter?
Moments that matter are where, starting from the heart, what matters to you? I mean, today we're going to specifically talk about particular days in our lives, since we are both entering birthday season. I wanted to talk about the presence that we have within ourselves and the happiness that we have within ourselves is a moment in time that we should cherish. No one can take that away from us. It's our day, our time, and no, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. It's our opportunity, our chance, our day to say, hey, this is all about me. It's the one day we can be selfish, unapologetically selfish, or giving, however you want to celebrate a special moment that matters to you. Celebrate it. Give it to yourself. Don't give it away.
So you're referring to on your birthday or anytime?
I think both. More importantly, a birthday, because we're in birthday month, Virgos. But I think that, I believe that we need to celebrate ourselves every day, not just wait for the one day a year. It's hard to do that. We feel selfish if we do that.
I'm going to be transparent here and share a thought that I've been having. And there are no coincidences. I find it interesting that you show up today with this topic. So today is my birthday. Yours soon.
Yeah.
I've been very busy doing a lot of social stuff. End of summer, when things pop up, got tickets to a show, an opportunity here, doing this, doing that. The last 2 weeks in my world, and I'm not complaining, it's been great. Been a blur. Like every day, every night, there's always something going on, nonstop. Just keep going. But no, all right, let's do this. Let's do that. Today, I woke up and I'm like, I need a break. I'm like serious. And I went out yesterday and hung with some friends and, celebrated birthday and even, a few days before that, some other friends, whatever. I don't want to do anything today. And part of me is like, a couple of friends, hey, you want to get together? We'll go have, something to eat. And I'm like, I do it. And I'm almost feeling like I'm doing the wrong thing. But a part of me is like, that's my day. That's what I want to do. I'm so behind in work, cleaning, just silly stuff that I'm like, you know what? There's other days coming ahead. And just take a day and who cares what day it is? Just you need a day, take a day. So I'm actually looking at that. I don't have any plans tonight. I got to be honest with you. I'm going to feel like a loser, but I just got to text from somebody else. If you want to hang tonight, let me know if you want to hang tonight. I'm like, I kind of don't. I'm good. Like I've done a lot. I'm good.
That brings up a good point, because there's no right way or wrong way to celebrate your birthday. Some like to, the more the merrier. And some, celebrating your birthday by yourself is absolutely a great idea. It doesn't mean you're, not with it, or, you just want to do it by yourself. And there's so many ways to do that and still feel like you're celebrating you without it needing to be a gigantic group or even a small setting.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel I need it. Like I feel a little depleted when I woke up. Feel great now, but when I first woke up, it's like that I haven't had a break. And on the flip side of that, I haven't hung out with me. Like
Right. Right.
like there was a time I think it was it was a week ago, last Tuesday, took my dog into town and we found a place and we just, ate and hung out. And then, I went home and it was wonderful. It was great. I need another one of those. Just
Right.
that's it. I'm all good. I'm all good. But maybe, it's FOMO. We have fear of missing out on certain things. Um, and what moments matter? Some would argue that every moment matters. So that every second of every day matters. Every moment matters.
Do you really think whoever says that really believes that?
No, I'm just about repeating whatever,
That's not true.
Right. I mean, in a way, life is precious. So
Right.
maybe you should be intentional to make them matter as much as possible at the moment of the moment that could matter, but don't be obsessed with it. There's nothing wrong with, laying down and doing nothing. There's,
Right.
that moment matters too,
But you could
right?
also use those times to kind of reflect
Yeah.
and just think about all the good memories that went with your birthdays and maybe some ways you want, for next year what you might want to do.
Hmm.
And it's there truly is no wrong way to celebrate or to have your day. Do whatever you want. That's the whole beauty of it. Even if that's nothing, just go turn on the television, watch a day of sports or, whatever. I mean, you guys got that tennis tournament going on over there. That's pretty
Oh, look
exciting.
at you keeping tabs on things. Yeah. And that's it. I'm staying far away from that, the traffic hassles and all of
I
that. And
bet.
but it is kind of cool. Like I drove one of the back roads last week, and this big stands are all set up that weren't there. They're preparing Ryder Cup. Um, but I guess it's what's impactful to you. And that wake up came about a year ago, last fall, where I I've always look at friends like on a Saturday or Sunday, 11 a.m. They're doing nothing. What are you doing? I'm laying in bed. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm laying in bed. Why are you wasting all day? And then I realized that, oh, doing nothing is actually doing something. You're
Well, that's your
recharging.
that's your day that you want. You want a day of doing nothing and no apologies.
That's fine too.
No
Yeah.
one's ever on the same wavelength, which is a beautiful thing, actually.
Hmm. Should when we say moments that matter, well, let's go back to basics. What moments matter or what moments should matter?
What moments should matter? The moments that you want to matter. How much do you want anything to matter? To go back and, I think that we find moments that matter with what we've already been through. We don't want that to happen again. So we're going
Hmm.
to make a change and make this moment in time a better experience, even if it's of the same topic. We'll make it a better experience for ourselves and we can celebrate.
Hmm. It doesn't have to be on your birthday. It could be any any
Right.
any
That's
day of the
exactly
year.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birthdays are just a day of being, all about you.
You. I mean, it's almost like it's licensed. It's a
Right.
license to be celebrate you.
Right. And it
We
should
have a
be.
reason. Yeah, but doesn't have to be. Could be.
I mean, it
Could
brings,
be any day.
birthdays bring back, memories of your best gift, your best party. It's a day to celebrate the good times that happened in your life, your favorite cake, your best friend that came, who celebrated you, the surprise celebration. Celebrate those things, not the disappointments, because we've all had birthdays where we had expectations that didn't get met. Our friends didn't remember it the way we hoped they would, or we thought something would happen that didn't. And it's not about the being disappointed, just and not lower expectations. Just be in the moment, live in the presence,
Yes.
not with presents, not the gifts, but live in the present time.
I'm glad you brought that up because a family member um, likes to bring up things from the past, and not that they're negative, but they're not like so positive. They're just these memories, and I view them as like kind of negative sad, if you will. And I'm in a different place now where I don't do that. I just
Right.
don't. And it's maybe it's the rewiring of my mind, but I don't, it's almost like I have a filter of what memories I want and which ones I don't. And I don't even try to do it. It just filters out the ones that don't really support anymore. Be mindful of them because they could be in your subconscious controlling you now. But
Right.
it's the weirdest thing. Like I hear things, I'm like, nah, I don't need to, yeah, why don't we talk
That's
about
a
that? It's not the reason. And there's no reason to. Let's we're like you just said. I'm glad you said it. Living in the now. Live
yeah.
in the now. So important.
Absolutely. And if if you're with somebody who's, being a downer, and you understand yourself, that's a skill set that you've acquired, that you are able to allow those things to flow around you, not through you.
Hmm. I almost wonder if it's a bad thing to filter like that. Like
Are
and
you
not that
kidding? That's a great skill.
I don't know. I'm just I'm like I'm thrown into somebody who's got certification and experience in it. It's not that I'm ignoring, I'm choosing not to look at things that I don't want to say negative because it's not that they're all negative, but there's no place for it now. I don't
Right.
see, yeah, it's okay, reminisce and things like that, but, and I'll even back this up a little bit. There was a friend that was nearby in the last week that heard, and he was connected to the memory. And he even said, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I remember that. I don't even know. Well, whatever. Dude, I'm right. I'm with you there. I was saying it right in front of the person and family member that was saying it. Like, I don't know. We got nothing. I don't know. It
Right.
just, I don't think you have to remember everything.
Oh, and it mattered to that person, but it didn't matter to you. And
Yeah.
sometimes, when you hear it matter to the other person, they'll repeat it and they'll bring it up and bring it up, and it doesn't matter to you. And it's how you know, either segue the conversation into the positive direction, your spin, because I think you have great positive spins on a lot of things we talk about. So I mean, that's a good opportunity to teach the people you're talking with that are going direct in a conversational direction you don't want to go, to steer it, in the way you want to go. I mean,
Well,
spin it your way.
I'm gonna say that wasn't always me. Not that I was negative, but that is part of the journey, learning some of the things that you talk about. That's what I've been doing, I don't know, for the past half decade of changing the view, the rewiring, the mindset. A lot of work ahead. Like
For
like
anybody.
for anybody.
It's never over.
No, and it's you realize something new every day, and even to the point of living in the moment. Like sometimes I won't even plan something. Yeah, I got loose things I'll think about,
Right.
but some of the others, when you worry about stuff, it's wasted worry. It just whatever's supposed to happen does happen in a way. It kind of all works out. I'm learning. That's part
Right.
of it.
And sometimes the most unexpected planned things that
Hmm.
don't go the way we planned can actually end up being the best day, the best event, because there were no expectations, and, it zigzagged its way into being a great day. I
Hmm.
mean, who doesn't love that? The unexpected turns into great.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You just brought back something for me when I took my dog for a walk last week, and it was wonderful. We had dinner together. It was crazy. And I was looking to go to this restaurant that's dog friendly, and it's a Tuesday, and I walk up with them. I'm like, here we go. It's closed. Oh, what are you kidding? It's closed. And for a moment, I'm like, really? Like I drove here and like, all really. And so I started walking around trying to find another place. I went to eventually a place that I used to go to with my kids when they were younger.
Oh,
And it was an outside patio, and it used to be a man playing guitar. And it was funny. It's like, well, this is that, but different
right. But
because
it
they're
brought
bigger.
back great memories.
Yeah, but it was for a split second. I was like, oh, remember the time we used to. No, done. We used to sit in that chair. The man used to play guitar, and then can you get my dog some water, please? I really appreciate it. Like, I already moved past it. I processed what was needed to be processed, nostalgia, feeling,
Right,
and
right.
then moved on, not like just dwelling on something. you know, you know, you got kids, right? It could
Yeah,
be sad, because life has changed, but that's the way it
right,
goes. It's supposed
right.
to be.
Well, it is what you make of it too. I
And
mean,
that's it.
it's sad if you make it sad.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
a good spin, mindset shift, that we're
Exactly.
always talking about.
Hmm. What else can you share with us about moments that matter?
I think passages of time, like, when I go back to, timelines, like 13 was a big deal, 16 was a big deal
You mean in terms of age?
in terms of age,
Yeah.
yes. 18, 21, 30, 50, 70.
Hmm.
Good. Those are good for me, though. I picked those because they're have monumental moments, not all the very best, but monumental moments. And I think those moments stuck with me because when I turned 16, I mean, I think I was the first one in line at the DMV to get my driver's license.
Hmm.
And that was a good time.
It's it's kind of special when you bring back those memories, but the positive ones,
Mhm.
um, and how they're kind of etched in you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, right.
I
And
mean,
and
getting my driver's license, we had to parallel park as one of our skills, not
hmm
just the written part.
hmm
And for some reason, my parents thought buying the longest car ever made, if for all the auto people out there, is a Pontiac Bonneville, literally the longest car ever. And I had to parallel park that thing. And I did it. I was not leaving that DMV without my driver's license.
I give you a lot of credit. Um, I had a similar vehicle. It was Dad's old Delta 88 Oldsmobile.
Oh, yeah.
It's a boat, same size
Right.
basically.
Right.
And I remember doing the parallel park
Yep.
in a minor snowstorm,
Oh, gosh.
and there was a metal garbage can in back of me. Couldn't have been plastic. The metal has to make noise.
Right. Right.
Um,
Oh, my gosh.
Needless to say here, but I'll say it. Yeah, I failed the first time. But I'm also going to write on this one. It's been said that yeah, they usually pass women or girls first, and not the other. So I don't know if that's true or not. You passed, right?
I passed, yes.
Well, probably
And
because you should have.
I should have, and I prepared, and I had already practiced. I sat in my mom's lap for years, right, steering.
Mm,
So I felt like I was already ready for the, Indy 500 at that point. But
yep.
yeah, it was a big day. 16, that was super fun for me. And
Wow.
I still love driving. It's still a fun thing to do for me.
Mm. It's when we talk about moments that matter, those are some of the moments that you remember that matter. Because now I'm seeing
Right.
this in a different way. I'm thinking more of as your life goes on in real time, moments that matter. But it's not really, doesn't have to be that way, right?
Right. Oh, for sure. I mean, we don't know what's happening tomorrow, so we can only plan for it and hope for it to go the way we planned. But I think everything that we've been through from yesterday on are moments in time. And how do we want them to affect us going forward? I mean, not to continually reflect backwards because we're always trying to go forward, but those moments in time stick with us. This was a great moment, and how it affects me and how I live my life based on those things. I mean, good or bad. We 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 send ourselves into the next day with lessons we learned from the day before, the week before.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the game changer for you in terms of the moments that matter, the living in the present, all of that? Was that something that you had to intentionally change in your life?
Yeah, and I had to change my mindset because not all of it was negative, because at the time it felt like very negative. I've been through, a lot in my life. And the what changed for me is looking at it in the positive. All right, this happened, and why did it happen? Oh, I get it. This is why it happened. And the trajectory of going in a different direction. So taking a negative and turning it into a positive. So
Hmm.
not everything is like, oh, geez, I can't believe this happened to me. It happened. Now what?
Yeah.
And those are moments in time that, I mean, some of them will never go, they'll never leave me. And that's not a bad thing. It just means that, it resonated in me And what's to come? What am I going to make of
So,
it?
deep question alert. How do you know? Now, you've said that you take the negative situation and make it positive, or just you move past it. Maybe you don't turn it into a positive, but it's like that doesn't support,
Right,
situation. And we have them, all the time. Pops up something, you get a phone call, like I'm really like I got to deal with that now. Like,
right,
I'm wondering if you do this, where it used to bother me, take maybe a couple of hours, a day, week, whatever. Now it's just like, a half hour later, I'm looking like, well, why did I even give that 5 minutes of thought? And you move past
right.
it. How do you know that you're not just burying it, whatever it is, not just burying it or ignoring it? And how do you know for sure that you processed it and you moved on? Deep, deep question, I know.
That well, I've talked about this a bunch of times. I journal a lot, and I
Okay.
think that for me is how I get it out and move
Mm,
it on. And it doesn't always mean that it's a positive thing, but once I write something down, it's pretty much gone. And if it ever comes back, or in a different form, I go back to journaling. And then I sometimes read my previous journaling to say, all right, this is how I handled it. This is how I'm going to handle it. But, of course, those moments are always going to come up. But for me, it's journaling.
wow.
That's how I get it out. Because I think
Wow.
once you write it, half of it's already gone.
Thank you for sharing that. I really mean that.
Yeah,
Um, I ignore journaling. I don't know what it is. I started like a year ago. I started, journaling, and then I kind of fall off a couple of months later. I got kind of bored with it. Then I started noticing that it was a little negative, and I didn't want, like you have that friend who's Debbie Downer, Nancy Negative. Like I don't want to deal with it. It's me. Yeah, in the journaling. Um, but you bring up the point of how important it is it's got to go somewhere. So
right,
such an amazing scientifically proven connection, the mind to the hand to the paper, not typing
right,
it, physically writing it,
right.
where
Yes,
every word is coming out of you as opposed to just quickly typing and then moving on.
right.
Um,
And
when
change of
you
scenery,
exactly right, and
walk, get outside.
you have to focus. Maybe
Right,
try journaling someplace else.
right.
Um, on average, how much do you journal? It's going to vary, I get it, but on average.
It varies. Yeah. Sometimes I get going and I do both. I have some files that I type in if I'm feeling like I really, really need to get it out.
Mm,
And sometimes I just write when I need to think it through.
yeah,
Typing is kind of for me fast. It's a speed moment for me, but
sure.
journaling, writing it's slow. I mark up things, I scratch words out. I mean, it's not perfect, and I just let it flow. It doesn't need to look
Mm.
pretty. I mean, it can be messy. That's okay. Just getting it out.
When you're writing it, just when I'm curious, like you learn from other people.
Right. Yeah.
So writing it, give me the size of the page, whether it's 8.5 by 11, if it's half of that ish, again, just, and if you're writing it, how much are you writing on average? It's going to vary, but if you are writing it, what do you think?
Mine are like the 6 by 9 because that fits in a purse for me,
I
and
got
then I
you.
can take it anywhere.
Hmm.
And I don't, I write very big, so I don't have it lined. I have the journals that are just blank pages,
Oh,
so
wow.
I can write. And they're pretty thick, and I write front and back, front and back.
So a page front and back, page front and back.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's, you could call it 4 pages if you want.
right. Yeah,
But you are writing big and there's no line. So there's going to be a lot of, well, all right, interesting. I'm just curious. That's all,
right.
you know.
I don't know. Lines, the college rule is so skinny. I just can't, I've tried. My writing is just too big.
So is mine. And it took me time to get over that. Um, I almost became a syndicated cartoonist back in the day. So I write a certain way. Think of a comic strip.
Right?
Um,
That's cool.
but I had to get rid of that. I had because I'm looking about what I'm writing and I just need to word vomit. So
That's exactly right. That's a good way of putting it because you just need to get it out and it doesn't even need to make sense. It's just whatever is, it's like the cartoon cloud, you've got that thought in there. You just
Yep.
need to get it out on paper or typing, whatever your form of getting it out is. For me, it's always been huge. And,
Mm.
I used to keep my journals tucked away neatly in my own little space. And now I just carry it in my purse. If I'm somewhere and I'm sitting alone or I want to be sitting alone or go off, even if I'm in a restaurant, coffee shop or whatever, I just bring in my journal,
Mm.
because it
Mm.
kills time for some. And sometimes I want to be left alone. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of puts a bubble around me if I have a book.
Obviously I don't carry a purse or a man bag. But you know what? Maybe I should have two journals. Just a thought, everybody, because I have one I keep hidden at home. And then to throw another one in the trunk. You don't have to worry about anybody
Right,
seeing it. It's
right.
hidden back there. But, for that moment, yeah, I got an hour. I'm at Starbucks. Let me go get it.
They make them that look like, you're going into a meeting that have sort of a portfolio with a
Huh?
a
Yeah, I
leather
getcha.
cover over it, and it
Mm.
doesn't look like a journal.
Whatever works. Wow.
It's still
Um,
paper. It
I'm
comes in
I'm
many forms.
amazed that we're out of time, and
Oh
it
my
feels
goodness.
like we just began speaking.
I know, right? It's me
Right?
too. I feel like that.
Very much so. Mm. Anything you want to close with?
I want to close with make celebrate your moment in time, not just mark it. Honor your story, honor your life
Mm.
every day.
That's really powerful. But honor. Do we honor our parents? We honor many other people in our lives, whether you know them or not. Memorial Day. We honor
Right,
all of that.
right.
Do we ever honor ourselves? It's rare.
Well, hopefully after today, we all will.
That's what I'm saying. CindyValente.com is your website. That's Cindy with a Y, VALENTE.com. This is what you do. And you do it in such a beautiful way where it's real, it's practical, it's not so woo. To me, it makes sense. And I love that. Thank you for today. I
That's,
really appreciate it.
thank you. Have a
And
great day.
you too. We'll catch up soon. We'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.